Okay, good morning, afternoon, or evening. We have another video here to show you some of the more advanced changes you can make on your website. And we're going to basically focus on two different things. One is this slider, this sort of slideshow gallery of photos. How to add photos or move them around and change the order or remove photos. And then sidebars. I'm going to show you how to edit sidebars. We're going to start with sidebars because it's simpler. So we're going to jump. I have two tabs open here. I'm going to jump back and forth from the live website and the dashboard, the WordPress administrative area. I don't know what this is called. I call it the back end of the site, or the admin area, or the dashboard. You can call it whatever you like. But we have different sidebars per page, and I want to show you how to change them on the home page, for example. So we go into the dashboard, and we're going to scroll down under Appearance. And we're going to click Widgets. And we could also click Widgets right here, which says what theme we're using and how many widgets we're using. Either place. There's a lot of times in WordPress there are multiple ways you could click to the same thing. Okay, so we have all of our sidebars, and we have different sidebars on every page. So if you look on the home page, we only have this, our sort of connect with us links, but on the blog page we have some different stuff. We have our Connect with Us links, and then we have recent posts. And so you could have it different per page. And it's nice, for example, on the contact page, we've set up sort of a fancy sidebar that has very specific stuff to contacting us. So it has our hours, we could change the formatting, and it has our Facebook, a link to Facebook and join our newsletter. And then we have this map that if people could click to jump straight to Google Maps. And this is sort of separately managed from the page area. So to change things over here in the sidebar, we go to Widgets. And specifically, it would be the Contact sidebar, or the Contact page sidebar. But to change this area on the left, we would go into Pages. It's just a sort of a refresher. Okay, but we're going to change on the home page. We're going to add a new widget. And some things are really easy to add, like recent posts. Oops. Our home page is not actually being used that way. We're just going to do, to edit the home page, you just do the page sidebar. So let's say we want to add recent posts to our pages. We just drag this widget over here. We go over to recent posts, and these are sort of the available widgets that are built into WordPress. And you drag it in until you get this little dotted line, and then you just drop it. And it has some options. We could say, what's hot? Or you could say recent posts, or whatever you want. And then if we go back to the home page, you see we have what's hot, Rare Bird Grand Opening, and Opera Collective. Great, those were our recent posts. And you could set it to show, once we have a lot of blog posts, you don't want to show too many. You could say show 3, or I like 4. Great, so that's if you wanted to do something sort of rigid, like just show the recent posts. You can ask it to do that for you. But let's say you wanted to have a little message to people. You would drag the text widget in. And this allows us to do sort of whatever we want. That's the upside of using the text widget. The downside is that if you want to add an image or something like that, you have to know a little bit of HTML. So you can always ask me to do it, or it's not hard to learn. So let's say we own a text widget, and we just want to say welcome and a little welcome message. Okay, and then you do save. You hit close. And then if we go back to our website, we refresh, we'll have our little welcome message. Okay, so you might say that's down here, but we want the welcome message to be above the connect with us. That's pretty easy to do. You can move that whole widget, the whole welcome widget, above the connect with us. So you see we have these three widgets: connect with us, what's hot, our recent posts, and our welcome message. I'm just going to click and drag the welcome message up to the top. This is the only time you don't have to hit save for something to save, because it's drag and drop. And then if we refresh, our welcome message will be the top widget. Great. Let's say we wanted to get rid of a widget, which we actually do want to get rid of. You click this little drop down next to welcome, because that's the widget we want to remove. You hit delete, and it's all gone. Same thing, let's delete the recent posts. We like to keep our homepage nice and clean. And plus, we already have recent posts down at the very bottom on the left. And that's just going to be at the bottom of every page. That's helpful for search engine optimization because we're linking to our content. I won't get into that too much on this video, but leave that there. It's really helpful to have it. Okay, so that's widgets, and that's how you edit the sidebars. Now we're going to edit this slideshow image. And right now we just have two sort of dummy images in there. We're going to have images of the store when the store is completed. But here's how to do that. You go into Appearance, Anthology Options. Anthology is the name of the WordPress theme we're using on this site. And so it has a bunch of nifty options on the back end that make editing it nice and easy to do. We want to do Thumbnail Slider. So we're going to click that tab. Let's say we want to add an image into the thumbnail slider. Well, first we have to prepare our images. And so I have some images right here waiting for us on another screen. And you want to use images that are wide enough to fit in this area. Now you can create images that custom fit this in Photoshop, like we did with this one. Or you can use an image like this, which I didn't crop or anything. The system automatically cropped it in for us, and it happened to have a nice crop. So we're going to use images that are too large, which is okay because it'll crop them automatically. If you used an image that's too small, it wouldn't necessarily work nice. So you'd want to create a larger version in Photoshop, or maybe a little bit of a montage or a triptych or something like that. Okay, so we're going to add a new picture. And I don't really know which one to do. I want to be wide enough. Okay, the bracelets is wide enough. It's called number 9 JPEG. So we go to Upload Image. And then you browse to it on your computer. Slider Images. So wherever you keep your images, you're going to go there. I'm going to grab number 9 JPEG. And it's uploading right now. And we could make that image link to a blog post. Like if it were an image of somebody's jewelry and they were the featured artist, we could link to their post by grabbing the URL of the post. But in this case, we're not going to. Image description, I'm going to say bracelets. And then I'm just going to hit add image. It's important to hit add image. I was trying to get it to work earlier and it couldn't work, and it was because I hadn't added the image, and then I figured that out, but I forgot to scroll down to the very bottom and hit save changes. So you have to do that too. Now it's going to take a little bit to save that. Let me go back to the home page and hit refresh, and we should get our third image up here. And it automatically creates this little thumbnail. It hasn't quite loaded yet. But you see our image title showed up there. Uh-oh. I can't tell if the image just isn't loaded yet. I think we should try refreshing. Alright, I'm going to pause the video and go figure out why it didn't load up nicely. I'll be back in a minute. Well, for you it'll seem like a second, but I'm going to go away for a sec. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It probably felt like just a second to you, but I was gone for about 2 minutes, and now it's working correctly. I don't know why the other one wasn't working, but I think it's because the image name had a pound sign in it, and I think it didn't like that. So what I did is these are our image names. I used a different image, this one, that didn't have a pound sign in it, like this one, and it worked correctly. So essentially, I went into thumbnail slider and I deleted one of the other images, the one with the pound sign that was messed up, by hitting this red X. And then I scrolled down and I hit save. And then I went up to the top again, and I added the new image, hit add image once it uploaded, and then I went down and hit save again, and then when I came back, it was perfect. It looked great. So that was the trick. Sometimes technology does not work perfectly, and sometimes the best thing to do is just sort of go back and repeat your steps again, because it could have been little elves causing mischief that it's impossible to understand for anybody, and there was just a silly glitch, and it looks like that's what happened. But it's working perfectly now, so that's good. Let's get my driftwood picture out of there. I'm going to hit the red X. And I'm going to save my changes. And then if we go back to the live site, our driftwood image should be gone. Yay! Okay, so that's how you change your sidebars with widgets, and how you change your slideshow, your slider, in the anthology options for thumbnail slider. If you feel nervous about breaking anything, you can always shoot me an email or send me your pre-cropped images, and I can put them up there pretty quick. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and see you next time. Bye.